So let's start with the easy number 2. How many ways can I get a 2? How can I get a 2 by rolling 2 dice, Jake?
You can only get a 2
one way, which is to roll a 1 and a 1. So I'm going to write that down. Okay, so look what I'm doing. Okay, eyes, I need you, this is where I need your undivided attention right here, okay? So there's one way to get a 2. Okay, hang on. So there's one way. Okay? How many ways get me a 12? Just one. 6 and 6. Okay, so look what I'm doing. Do you have that on your chart? Yes, you have that on your chart in these two end boxes, correct? Alright, now, how do I get a 3? There are 2 different ways I get a 3. David, what are the 2 ways to get a 3 rolling these dice? I can get a 2 and a 1 and a 1 and a 2. So look what I mean. Okay, this is important. I can get a red 1 and a blue 2. I can get a blue 1 and a red 2. Correct? That's where we come up with that I can statement, that I can tell you what an independent event is. This is what an independent event is. An independent event means that the one die is rolling independently of the other die. Okay? For example, the red die can get a 1, but so can the blue die. Correct?
Correct.
The red die can come up with a 2, but the other die can come up with a 1. Or the red die can come with the 1 while the blue die comes up with the 2. So there's 2 ways to get a 3. There's also 2 ways to get 11. And they are what? Callie.
5 and a 6.
Yep, and? Yep. Okay, so look there. There are the 2 ways I can get the 11. So I'm going to record this here. So look what I'm doing. And I'm recording it on the chart as well. So I can get an 11 here and here, correct? And I can get a 3 here and here. Everybody agree? Okay? See, it's making a little diagonal thing, right? But I also notice what it's going to do on my paper. Okay? How can I get a 4? Please hang with me just for a second here. How can I get a 4? Cade.
2 and 2 and 3 and 1.
I can get 3 and 1. I can get 1 and 3. And I can get 2 and 2. Now, let's make sure we understand why that is, Cheyenne. Because 3 and 1, red, blue. 1 and 3, red, blue. On the 2s, though, they both rolled a 2, right? There's not a 2 and a 2 and a 2 and a 2, right? Because they both rolled their 2 up. You see how that's 3 possible things? Alright? On the 10, how many can I get? I can also get 3 things, and they are 6 and 4, 4 and 6, 5 and 5. Okay? So let's look on here. So I can get the 4 here, 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 and I can get the 10 here, here, and here. See that? Everybody got that? See how I got those? Alright. Now, for a 5, here's what gets me a 5. 4 and a 1 and a 4, and 2, 3, and 3, 2. 4 ways to get a 5, isn't there? How about a 9? What about 6 and 3? Correct? 3 and 6? Everybody agree? 5, 4, and 4, 5. So there's 4 ways to get that. Now, watch again. As you see, it's building to the middle, right? It's getting more and more as the middle. And the 7 is going to be the one that goes up the center diagonal, isn't it? All right? How do I get a 6? How are the ways to get a 6 on here? I can do 5 and 1. I can do 1 and 5. I can do 4, 2, 2, 4, 3, 3. So that means there's 5 ways for that to happen. Agree?
Agreed.
And 8 is the matching one for that. And I get 8 by doing 6 and 2, 2 and 6, 5 and 3, 3 and 5, and 4, 4. Agree? Okay?
It's like a peanut.
So there's 5 ways to get 6, and there's 5 ways to get 8. Alright? Which leaves us with 7. Notice what has happened on my paper. Everybody look at my paper. What's my paper done? It has built like a pyramid to the center, correct? So what happens is the center number has built to have the largest number of possibilities.
Yes.
And for a 7, I can do 6 and 1, 1 and 6, 5 and 2, 2 and 5, 3, 4, 4, 3, for a total of 6 different ways. And then there's my 7 running up the diagonal. But also we noticed on this chart here that it was the middle number, didn't we? On our game board it was the middle number, right? On our frequency chart it's the middle number. On our matrix it's the diagonal in the middle, the center diagonal, right?
You were hinting at this entire time.
Right. And on here, it made the top of the pyramid. So if I turn my paper to the side here, it looks like a triangle of sorts. Now, when we come back from lunch, we'll have intervention. But before we have intervention, we're going to talk about this. This row of numbers is going to be important, what they represent. Because this is the only part here that have everybody's eyes. This row of numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that's the only part that can be used to get the probability. So all of this to get this row of numbers, and that's where the probability is. That tells you the probability. So when we come back from lunch, we'll talk about that, and we'll talk about what the odds are, because they're not the same thing. Alright, homework.
What time is it?
Jake, what time is it?
Oh, let's videotape christening.
Okay.
Do you want me to adjust to Jake or something?
What time is it?
Hey, wait a second.
Oh,
Hey, Jake,
Yeah.
what time is it?
Agenda time. Agenda time. Come on, grab your journal. It's time to write down homework. Yay. Mr. Parsons and his whole class, the fun never ends. Agenda time. Yay!
I never